everyone, I'm back today with another channeled message from my guides, the Crazies, as they like to be called. And today I'm going to talk about being in the flow, what it feels like to be in the flow, how to get in the flow, and really just that beautiful kind of feeling of being in the flow. So, all right, here is today's channeled message. Let's see if we can do this right. And the message for today is, there is an infinite wave of possibilities before you. Ride them for all they are worth. Count on them, for they are always there. Fall back on them, for they are your support in uncertainty. Ride them for the fun of it. Know how it feels to enjoy the wave. Believe it and let go. Be happy in your circumstance, for they are your creation. Don't fight them, for they are the perfection of the universe. I just love that message so much. I feel like it pings and like ding, 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 ding on so many different levels, for me at least. The thing that stands out the most right now is to, not push against your creations because they are the perfection of the universe. I kind of started to look at that one day, I think I was reading like Deepak Chopra's 7 Laws of Success or whatever, and it hit me. Like, I imagined myself as this tiny, tiny, tiny little person, like literally pushing against the entirety of the universe, or even just the world. It just me against everything that is. And it really hit home, and it really just made me understand that, like, it's useless, it's pointless to push against the universe. Is a totally just idea that you will not win. You will not win, you cannot win. So why not just allow it to flow around you, allow it to kind of flow through you, within you, around you, like all over. It really, that visual image really kind of hit home for me. So anytime I think about pushing against my current circumstance, aside from the fact that it's my own creation, we'll get into that at another time, but just pushing against what's happening in the universe, that visual just laid it all out for me. I was like, wow, I am so tiny, and there's just no point. There's no point in pushing against it. So why not allow it to flow? And I really like the way that my guides pointed out, flowing with the universe and allowing it to kind of ride those waves for all that they're worth. I know for me, one of the most recent times I can remember kind of being in the flow of the universe was when I took that leap of faith and started my business as a spiritual coach and QHHT practitioner. I can remember just sitting in the car driving home and feeling like just so at ease that I knew that the universe was taking care of me. And I remember how good that felt. And even though it's not like things were perfect, but they were just happening for me. Even the bad things, or the things that we label as bad or negative, it's the universe happening for you. You might not be able to understand it in that moment. You might not be able to see the bigger picture, and you may never be able to see the bigger picture, but that doesn't mean that the universe is not conspiring for you. And really being able to put yourself in that position and understand that, this is not happening to me, this is all happening for me, is such a profound realization to have. So if you can, just kind of let that sink in for a minute. The universe loves you, the universe has your back, and the universe is conspiring for you at all times. It's not a question, it's a statement. So if you could really kind of wrap your mind around that and just know that the universe is working for you, and if you could kind of just get into that flow, whenever there's a lot of synchronicities kind of going on and you can kind of feel yourself in that flow, this is my my little movement for it. But really just let yourself get in that flow, because it feels so good to let go and like just know that you do not have to be in the driver's seat all the time. You can be in the passenger seat and let the universe be in the driver's seat. You tell it where you want to go, and how you get there is none of your business. Let the universe drive, and just let yourself be the passenger, because you may just like the silly GPS today, right? Like every time I don't listen to it and I think that I know a better way to go, I wind up in traffic or in something. Like there's just something about it that it knows how to get me where I need to go, the quickest way, the fastest way, the easiest way, whatever. But like, just let the universe drive, and you just sit back and be in the passenger seat. And really, once you know what that feels like once you know what that flow feels like, it's that effortless feeling. Like everything just starts falling into place. Everything, you make the decision to do something, and then you meet someone, and then they tell you something, and then this happens, and then that happens, and like it all just starts to build on itself. And you can really like just relinquish control, and that feels so good. We are always trying to be so in control of everything. And while, believe me, we create our realities, and there is no doubting that, but we only have so much control. Because like I said, the universe is conspiring for us. So really, once you can pinpoint a time, whether it's 10 years ago or 10 months ago or 10 seconds ago, pinpoint a time in your life when you felt like you were in that flow. And at any moment, you can go back to it. You can go back to that feeling, remember what that feels like, embrace what that feels like, and just let yourself kind of like melt into it. That's how I see it. I see it as myself like melting into the wave, melting into the flow of the universe. And it just, like I said, it feels so good to let go of control, because really we don't know what's best. We may think that we do, but we certainly don't. So really like allow yourself to ride those waves of flow. Take them for all they're worth. Don't get off the wave until it's literally like creeping up the shore and starts to pull back, right? Let that wave take you as far as it can, as far as you're willing to go with it. Just allow it, because it knows what you need. And like I said, there's just that feeling of falling back on it and allowing the universe is such a beautiful feeling. And, a lot of times, especially in my QHHT sessions, it's like, what do you mean? What does that mean? Allow? What does that mean? It means that you don't have to do anything that is hard. Like don't go against the stream. Allow yourself to go with the flow, right? When something obviously we can feel resistance when we're coming up against fear or coming up against out of our comfort zone. But if you're banging your head against the wall, that you're putting in the effort and it's just not happening, maybe it's time to reevaluate, because it shouldn't be that difficult. When you're meant to do something, like I said, the universe starts to conspire for you, and you can really just take off and soar. When things start to be very difficult, despite all of the work that we've put in, despite listening to ourselves or what we think are ourselves or our guides, maybe it's just time to reevaluate. So really, the message for today is really just allow yourself to be in that wave of flow, feel it, use it, remember it, because when you're feeling out of the flow, you can just put yourself there in your mind, go back to it, remember what it feels like to be in that wave of flow. And again, don't try to push against the universe. It's you, that tiny little particle against the entirety of the universe. And that, like I said, that visualization really helped me out. So if you feel like there's someone that would benefit from hearing this message, please feel free to share. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comments, what you feel like when you're in the flow of the universe. And let me know what you guys like, so that I know what I should be posting more of. All right. So hopefully I will see you all next time, and have a really wonderful day.